today is my 37th birthday, and I look back at the year, and it's super fun to do, learned a lot, hope to share it with you here. Video sponsored by Squarespace. Started off my 37th year back in March 2022 in another year of just working out 4 days a week. Absolutely love working out. Will probably always love working out. Like, I can't even imagine ever stopping. It is so life-giving. Like, even this morning, I was exhausted from the weekend, just like insane activity levels over the weekend. So I couldn't do my 6 a.m. workout. I was like, I'm gonna skip it. Went back to sleep, woke up, and I was like, I think I made the wrong decision. So I ended up going and working out later with Amber. I love it. And if you are someone who, if you're just a person in the world and you don't work out regularly, I would highly recommend that you find a program, maybe find a workout buddy and start and just give it a try and see what it feels like. But especially if you're a person living in the world with ADHD, if you can incorporate exercise into your daily thing, so hugely beneficial for me and would highly recommend it. April of last year, I got to go to the Happy Goat Farm with Willie Morris, and you might have seen a vlog from that or some of the content that came out of that. But really, I was there working for Willie and the Happy Goat Farm, giving them a bunch of assets that they could use, video assets they could use as they continue to grow and build. And yeah, just some cool stuff. I got a really sick shot of a beautiful dog running in slow motion, a couple cool time lapses of them clearing out a big swath of land to build a greenhouse and some of the other stuff that they're doing on the farm. But also just great to hang out with Willie, you know. It's always so great. That's gonna be a theme that you see. Just so great to be with friends, you know? Shortly after that, got to go up to New York City because Jake Frew was up there coming down, I think, from Toronto. And we spent the whole day skating in New York City, eating candy, I think. I took him to one of my favorite cookie shops in the city. Just a daily vlog adventure with Jake. And I never released the video, so this is unseen footage. And Jake and I were waiting to try to co-release them, and then you know how life is, everything just got crazy. Also, the day was so hectic, and looking at the footage, I'm like, this is a cool highlight reel. I didn't really vlog, but it's a cool highlight. But yeah, just hanging out with Jake, hanging out with friends who I met from the internet, from YouTube, just insane that we're at this point in the world. And so grateful for all of these people that I've met, Jake included. Right after I got back from that, I released a video announcing that I had taken a job with Graffiti Media, doing YouTube consulting, basically. That started up in the beginning of May 2022. Right after that, actually, my grandmother passed away. But this is something that I feel pretty strongly about and want to encourage you to do, is the people that you love in your life, if at some point you can sit down with them and record them in kind of a documentary interview style setting, it's really great to have that footage and that story. So I had sat down a couple of years ago with my grandma and a bunch of my cousins, and we just asked her questions about her life and asked her to tell us her life story. And she did, and it was absolutely beautiful. For her celebration of life, I was able to cut up a shorter version of that. We showed it at the Celebration of Life service, and it was really impactful, you know, and just a really great way to remember my grandma. Later on, at the beginning of this year, 2023, Amber's grandfather passed away, and we had done a couple of years ago the same thing with him. Ask him to tell us his life story. And just having those interviews and those memories captured in the person that you love's own voice, just really great. And I think I've talked to a lot of people, video professionals, you know, people who are comfortable with cameras and recording stuff and microphones and stuff. And it's the one thing that everyone wants to do, but just for whatever reason, all of the reasons, doesn't end up doing. So let this be one more encouragement to record the stories of the people you love's life. Just get that footage, even if you never do anything with it, just having it is a beautiful thing. So, like I said, I got that job. In order to build this video and look back at this year, I was just scrolling through my camera roll. I'm oh yeah, this happened, happy go. Oh, then Jake came. At this point in my camera roll, most of my photos turned to screenshots of channel analytics and YouTube thumbnails. So I had the job, was very intensely and extremely focused on it and performing well. I'm a type of person who, if I say I'm gonna do something, I really, really, really want to be able to do that thing. And so, you know, when I got the job, I was yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm gonna crush it. And I really set out to do that. It really took a lot out of me, I think, to do that, to like do what I said I was gonna do. I really stopped making videos for the most part, and realized as the year was coming to an end last year, 2022, that like I need to be making stuff. That is what I must be doing, is making stuff. It's crazy because I knew that. I absolutely knew that, but I guess because I knew I'd be helping other people make stuff, that's why it seemed like, no, this will work. This will be a good fit. So I had to say goodbye to that team at the end of November in 2022, which was the hardest part. Like I absolutely loved the team that I was working with at Rafidi, but knew that like for my own soul and life, I needed to be out making stuff. So that's what I'm doing again now, like making freelance videos, making videos for YouTube and Instagram and all the different places. That said, I did release a couple of cool videos that I'm proud of in the last year on this YouTube channel. And so you know how it is when you release videos on YouTube, like some of them get views, some of them don't get views. The ones that got views on my channel in the last year did not get views right away. And that's something that I think we all gotta remember with YouTube, is that like that little 1 out of 10, 4 out of 10, whatever ranking, that is not always the most reliable. If a video is going to be good or bad or perform well at some point. And actually most of the videos that have gotten like say more than 10,000 views on my channel didn't get those views immediately. It didn't happen right away. It happened, they got a spike at some point later in the lifetime. So yeah. Hyped on these videos, still trying to make better videos and get them in front of more people, just because, you know, I like my videos and I like what I say, and I want as many people as will listen to hear what I have to say. So always gonna try to keep improving. And you know, that's kind of my whole mentality about life. You only fail if you quit, right? Each video is just a little the time frame is long, so let's play the game. Play the game, all right? In terms of client stuff, fell even more in love with user-generated content style stuff. Highly recommend you look into that if you're a video freelancer, just like, you know, shot on the phone, kind of like low production value, but it's professionally made, and brands use them as ads. And yeah, I think it just fits really well with kind of like my style of video making, which is raw and real and vlog style. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a skill set that is very useful if you can grow it. About that time, December, I think 13th, 2022, I fell head over heels in love with cold plunging. So, like I've got ADHD, and supposedly cold plunging like releases a bunch of dopamine throughout the day, similar to how ADHD medication does it, like extended release ADHD meds. I've tried a bunch of different types of meds and they don't work well for me, but the cold plunging I think does work very well for me. There's no crash at the end of the day like I experienced with meds. For me, as a person with ADHD, cold plunging is very helpful, both physically and then also mentally, like having to do something that I don't want to do every single day. Kind of just embracing it, like choosing to do hard things that you choose to do versus hard things that you have to do. I don't know, really good for the brain, and I love it. Squarespace has been a sponsor throughout this whole year. Absolutely love Squarespace. It's your one-stop shop. If you want to make a website and want to do it right on the internet and you don't want to learn how to code, Squarespace is the place to do that. You got a bunch of professional templates to make your stuff look fantastic. Got a bunch of different integrations. You can schedule appointments right on your website. You can sell stuff in a shop on your website, host your portfolio there, obviously, put all your affiliate links there in one spot and just send people to that from your YouTube videos. Start a blog if you want to expand your reach even more. Like whatever you want to do with a website, you can do with a Squarespace site. If you want to try it out, go to squarespace.com/CodyWarner, and then when you're ready to buy, use the code CodyWarner to get 10% off your first purchase. So then at the beginning of this year, 2023, Amber and I had the chance to go with our college friends, like a college reunion, to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And it was absolutely fantastic, just like an adult trip. Major thanks to the grandparents who watched our kiddos. Made a whole vlog, it's like 28 minutes long, mostly Amber's footage actually, which is shot all vertically, but cut it into a horizontal timeline. And yeah, just had an absolute blast, and like so love those times away with friends and Amber, and yeah, traveling, seeing new places that I'd never seen before, eating very expensive food, down in Cabo San Lucas. Fantastic time. And that brings us to about now. I'm in this may be new for you. I'm in this new space, got the studio to be able to make some videos. It's a quiet place, so I don't have to constantly book the conference room over at the other place, but it's still connected to the other place, so I can still edit over there, be with the people, feel the energy, feel the vibe. And that was my 37th year, starting my 38th right now. So thank you for being here. Thank you for coming along for the ride. Let's get this thing.